What a beautiful day today, wasn't it? We're so lucky in the Northwest. Think of all the heat everywhere. Have a great day like this. You guys can work so hard. It's beautiful. It's beautiful out here. Did you guys see we had Chauncey Billups out here today? Wow. That was a big deal.
How'd that come about?
Just in conversation, just wanted to take a look, see what we're looking like. So we just had a really fun day together, hanging out all morning. It's really cool.
What can you tell us about Jaxon and the prognosis?
Shoot, I thought you were going to ask about Chauncey. He's going to get surgery. He's with a hand specialist. Got a slight fracture that we just want to make sure that we do the right thing to ensure that he gets back as soon as possible and as safe as possible. We're going to be optimistic about it. 3-4 weeks, we'll see what happens. We don't know yet, but we'll see what happens.
So week one is
We're staying optimistic. We'll see what happens.
Is it similar at all to what Tyler had last week?
I don't remember that one. I don't know. Do you have surgery?
Tyler?
Yeah. It's similar. Yeah.
Metacarpals or metatarsals?
That's right. Metatarsals are in your toes. That's why they have a T there. I think that's what I was taught in physiology and anatomy. What's up? What's going on? Let's go.
Surgery was today?
No. He flew out to Philadelphia today, as far as I know.
Okay, surgery scheduled for when?
It's coming. As soon as I can get it. I'm sure it would be more than tomorrow. I wouldn't think.
We didn't see Derek Young out there either?
Yeah, he's going to try to get. He's got this abductor thing that he's got to get looked at seriously. We might have to get it fixed.
How do you feel about your receiver depth then, I guess?
Well, fortunately, Cade came back today, and Aesop got some work today. We brought in a new kid, and Marshall, and so we'll see what happens here. We're a little bit tested, but it was great to see a couple guys get back. Matter of fact, we had about 6 or 7 guys come back to practice today, so it felt good to get those guys back out.
I'm sorry, Cody Thompson.
We're going to take it day by day and see what happens. See if he can make it back for the weekend.
Is that the same? Cody's the same shoulder that bothered him last year.
I don't know that. I don't know if he's right shoulder or left shoulder. I'm not sure. Dave doesn't know either.
Was it on the play in the second quarter?
Long play.
Long play.
Yeah, when he hit the ground, he put his hand down just for a flash of an instant and caught it wrong.
What have you thought? I guess obviously Bobo coming up big on some plays in the preseason. What's kind of his what's his status right now as far as where you think he's?
Jake's flying pretty high right now. He's done great. He hasn't done just well in the few plays in the games. He's done well in practice throughout, and so he's been really steady. It's not a surprise to see him play like that in the games. We're thrilled to see what would happen, because he's been making plays out here. He looks like he's part of the flow to me, and I don't see any reason why we would think different. He's consistent. He's tough. He's really, really smart and savvy. He's been a real factor. So, and he's gotten behind people too in both games. So. I feel so fortunate that we got him on a club. Got him out of free, or outside of the draft. So we'll see how far he can take it. But he's in the middle of everything right now.
How much did his Chip Kelly and David Cutcher's background give the head start?
He's caught a ton of balls. He's been in the midst of a passing program for all of his career. I think they were lucky to have him. I think it's the other way around.
He mentioned the run block when they made him. How much was he maybe ahead of where he was?
If you want to look at something really cool, look at Zach's long run in the first quarter, and watch Jake. Watch what Jake accomplished on that play. He took care of 2 guys, fooled one guy and blocked him, and then blocked another guy. It was a terrific play. Really subtle stuff, but he's a special football player. I hope we can fit him in.
The dynamic of the team changes.
Oh no, go ahead.
Changes a little bit on the road. What do you want the guys to kind of take away this week, or how do you want them to treat the opportunity?
Okay, with that really long question, that would mean I would agree with that thought that the dynamic changes on the road if I just went on. So let me say that I don't think that has anything to do with it. We're not approaching a game on the road like it's anything different. We have to make sure and get through it, and do all the traveling. There's some other things that happen to get there, but once we get to the stadium and we get team up going, we're ready to roll. So. But because people think like that, we have to get through that and make sure that we understand how that once you get on the field and you're going, it doesn't matter where you play or who you're playing. It's how you do, and so we'll see how that goes.
Coach, I talked with some.
I just watching my new tight end after catching ball. Sorry.
I've talked with some players with you, running sprints, throwing during practice, and some of them kind of see it as a motivator. Do you kind of see it that way for them, or are you just?
No, I'm pretty motivated as it is. I'm already kind of jacked up, so I don't know. I don't think so. I'd be surprised if anybody thought that was motivational.
Have you seen kind of the social media buzz that you've had recently?
Yeah, I got some really big lashback from some guys who are really serious about their thoughts about it. Some guys were mad at me. Some guys I wouldn't think that they would turn on me like that. But when Snoop gets pissed, and you got to listen. And shoot, Will, God, he was really mad at me. I don't know.
And I talked with Carl, a longtime friend of yours, and he says you've been doing it, your whole career. Have you kind of always been that active?
Trying to be. I'm just trying to really. I'm trying to have fun. Is really to tell you the truth. I'm trying to have fun out here, and part of that's being able to be available for it. And so you got to stay working. You got to stay in shape so that you can do the stuff that you get to do. I play catch every day, and to me, football's always been about playing catch. And since I was a little kid, and I don't ever want to miss that. So got to stay in shape to throw the ball around. I just want to be as good as Brock.
How confident are you with where Jaxon was at now through camp to be ready for games when you guys get ready to go?
Yeah, he's done really well. When we get into a particular game plan for the week, that when things get zeroed and narrowed down, he won't have any problem with it. Now that when the whole notebook is kind of available every day, it's really as hard as it gets. And we could call something out of what we called 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden it jumps up in a formation and there's a little shift or something. There's a lot of details to that. As you zero in on your game plan, you really focus in on it. And for him in particular, he'll have a bunch of special things that he does. He will have no problem. He will not.
Looking at practice film, Jordan Brooks looked active today around Bob.
Isn't that great? So good. And he felt so good about being back out playing football. He's worked really, really, really hard to get back. And he's proven it to the trainers and the docs and everybody that there's no question that he can get back on the field now. And so with 3 weeks to go before the season, this week, next week, and then the final prep week, he's going to be ready to play. I would think for sure. I can't imagine him not unless there's a setback. It was really just warms your heart to see. It's a long haul. From the time they tell you you're going to have knee surgery and it's going to take 6, 7 months, 8 months or whatever, we'll have to wait and see and all of that. To make it through with the attitude that he's had and the work ethic has just been stellar. And it's why he's out here. He's out here running around like everybody else right now. And I love seeing that he's so fired up about that thought.
7 months removed from that surgery. I mean, I know you're always hoping for the best with guys, but for him to be pretty full in practice 7 months after ACL.
Yeah, I mean, he's ahead of what other guys do at times, and we have to be really careful, and we will be really measured about how we proceed. We're not going to overload him. We're not going to, okay, he's back full speed, let's go and load him up all the way. We want to bring him back to football shape and practice shape right now, and he's been doing walkthroughs for over a week now, and so he's in on the scheme and all that. Now we got to get him in the workload and then handle a week's load and prep for a game. He won't get the game reps, so that's different. So we're still building with him. So we're going to be very careful about it.
What have you thought of Tyjon Lindsey?
He had a good game. He had a really good game. He looked really good. The punt return was great. A couple key catches. He's been real consistent out here. He's done a nice job. Very competitive kid. He's going to continue to work at the return stuff which he sparked us at, and so he's doing well. He's really battling.
What's going on with Jonathan Sutherland?
He got I think it's a groin he has.
Expect him to be good?
I don't know that. I don't know. It's day by day for him.
He's outside.
That was a total guess on the groin. What's that?
Brooks, do you think he's outside? The guys you have outside on that? Those guys you have right now?
No. Well, I mean, that you could surmise that, you're not outside. But outside backers are, that's where Maffei and those guys, Shannon play. He's not playing out there. No.
With Maffei, you've talked a lot about his year 1, year 2 growth. Is that all just natural progression, or is there anything, whether it's a new coach like BT or Mike Bennett rubbing off on him? Is there anything you can point to that
Mike
kind of
would
helped
really
him
like
that?
that. He'd really appreciate that consideration there. I think it's to be expected that guys are going to get better. I think I mentioned to you guys that I heard somebody say about the sophomore slump or something like that. I don't understand that. I never have seen that. I see the sophomore or the second year opportunity as really one for growth, and I think Muff has shown you a great illustration of that. And he'll talk to him and he'll tell you he sees things differently. The timing of things, the feel for things, his expectations, anticipation, everything is at a different level. He played a terrific game the other night and continues to be really consistent on the practice field. I think that you can expect a lot. I have put a lot of expectations on our guys to come back with Abe and Charles and all those guys that played, and with Kenny, the guys that played a lot last year. I'm counting on those guys to get better and trying to, that's the expectations, and they've got to live up to it. So far, all of those guys have made a real good move forward, and so we're going to benefit from that.
We didn't see Abe Lucas out there today?
Yeah, he's just got kind of a camp knee. We're just going to rest him today. We just rested him.
How close is Witherspoon?
Which of the linebacker spots do you see him fitting in?
See,
He did it better than
yeah, he did. So let's reward him with that. I don't know. No, he's gonna play next to Bobby in the base scheme and in the nickel scheme when he gets a chance to get in there. And they're not playing the same spot. He'll share some time with Devin at times, and we'll see if they all can play sometime.
How close is Witherspoon, Pete?
I don't know. It might be the Army thing. I don't know.
And then, sorry, go ahead.
Witherspoon, is he close?
He worked in walkthrough today, really for the first time. He felt like he ran pretty good. He's running some short sprints that he did. So we just keep progressing. We're really hoping that he can get back out here with time to prepare for the opener, and the injury should be healed by then, but we've got to get him ready to play too. So I'm more concerned about that. That's why he'll be working throughout now in all of the walkthrough stuff, which that's 40 plays a day that the guy gets, basically, and so that's a lot of work. And we'll try to, put all the pieces together when we get a shot.
What did you think of the cornerback play after watching the film from the other night?
Really solid. It was unfortunate that Mike got the ball caught on him because he was right on the guy, and it was underthrow and the little bit of victim on that one. But I thought the guys did a nice job, and we're getting good competition. Trey's doing really well. Michael's playing well. Artie's doing a really good job too, and now Tariq is back out. Tariq practiced not quite a full load of plays, but he had a pretty good menu today. So we're getting back to it where it's a very competitive spot for us.
How close is Jamal getting to being able to do the walkthrough stuff?
Yeah, it's in our conversation right now, and there's a chance we'll have him back out here tomorrow.
I'm surprised.
So that would be that's a big step for him to go forward, but it isn't a step that means that he's going to be back out practicing yet. But we want to get him in the flow again. Looking at the weeks that we have to build up and the preparation time, he's ready to do that, and I brought it up to him, and he responded really well. So I think probably tomorrow or the next day we'll get that done.
Pete, I'm a little surprised you didn't bring this up after the game, but 2 for 2 on challenges.
God dang, Tater did great. How about that? Tater's 2 for 2. So you can see I'm setting it up to blame it on him.
K. Johnson, is he full go now?
He was limited today, but he got the okay today to practice, so we took care of him, made it kind of easy on him. But I would think in the next couple of days he'll be ready to play in the game. He's ready. He's fully recovered, and he's excited to be back out.
Pete, on your tenor, talked about he came here and the great offseason he had and everything else. What leadership skills have you seen him?
From Chenna?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a natural. He's such a hard-nosed guy, diligent worker, tough-minded. Kind of takes the tough edge on everything, and stands for it. And everybody respects him in that manner. So when he says something, everybody shuts up and listens. He's got a voice in our room, and he's a very special player for us and a terrific leader. You nailed it. That's exactly what he brings this club, and it's the toughness about him that really gives him that kind of stature. But then he backs it up with kind of an attitude that's kind of angry sometimes, So it's kind of like it.
With Derek, is he out of town seeing specialty?
I don't know if he left or not yet, but he's due to get out of town to get checked out. I don't know if that happened today or not.
Is that to have surgery, just to see if they'll need it?
To solidify that that's the right thing to do. I think we're doing. With the thought that he may need it. He's going out there thinking he may need surgery.
How close are Mike and Cam to getting back on D-line with Morris and Cam out?
Cam had a little procedure. I think it was yesterday, or check that. Mike had the procedure yesterday to see how he would respond to it. He's got an old shoulder here that's bothered him a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about that. Thought that it's still pretty sore. Cam's got a calf. It just takes a while, and so we would like to see him get back next week. He won't make it back. Neither one of those guys will make it back this week.
Anything else?
Oh,
did you challenge Chauncey to shoot out?
Yeah, that challenge was in the air, but Chauncey's got a bad wrist. He came in with his wrist braced up, so it was really easy for me to challenge him because I saw the wrist, and that was wrapped up. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, let me just say, it was really fun having him here, and to just kick it around. We were in the office and watching film and doing stuff all day long. That's the first time I've really been around him, and just always admired the great competitor that he was. It's so obvious. He's tough as hell, and he's got great expectations for how his club's going to play, and he had a good time being here to see us and see what we were doing on Competition Wednesday. So I hope we'll be the beginning of a really good relationship.
How's Vi Jones doing?
It's taken him some time. He's got a legit high ankle sprain, the ones that really just don't go away right away, and so it's really unfortunate. He started so well, looked so good. We were so excited about him making the jump to year 1, year 2, that he showed us enough to tell us that he's ready, but then that he just had a nasty sprain, so he's not back yet. Ankle sprains, hamstrings. Sorry about the groin guesses. I don't know. This is called groin guesses. I'm going with the groin if I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it must be a groin.
Just to clear up on that, Matt Landers.
It's groin. Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, it is. He had a quad thing that kind of turned into an adductor thing, and I know that's really hard on you, Bob. But we could take some time afterwards if you want me. I can do some graphics for you or whatever. But he's really encouraged that he can get back. The trainers are concerned about it because it's kind of a little bit of a hidden thing. You won't know till you really open up and go. So he's running and doing stuff, and he's close. We really would like to get him back. He's made a really good impression in camp, and I'd like to see where he fits into the whole thing. But we might be a little frustrated by that.
Oh, sorry. One more.
Sure.
How's Kenny back? I know that's not a fun.
Yeah, Kenny's knee. He's Kenny's running, and he's getting close. He's really optimistic about it. He's not quite there with all the movements that he's got to do to get back on the practice field, but he is running and he's working hard at it. So it doesn't look like he'll make it this week, and so we'll just have to see what happens.
Thank you.
All right, see you.